learn how to communicate and how to network with people. That's one of the most important skills as a data engineer and also I think as a programmer per se, right? But I think what is even more important as a data engineer next to the logical part and Python is that you learn to say no, right? And because like you said in the last episode, you need to understand the architecture and what kind of tools you should use to build something.
Yeah.
And because we have so many tools, and some people they just think they know it better than you, but most of the
Mm-hmm.
time they are not data engineers. They just are, I don't know, software engineers or something, and they are not data driven, you know. So they
Yes.
also are not data people. So they just say, yeah, we have to build it exactly like this. So we do that one. But I think as a data engineer, you know the advantages and disadvantages of specific methods and skills. And that's why you also have to consider it and say, no, we can't do it like this, but we could do it like that, right? So what do you think? Is it also important or?
I think it is very important, especially the higher up you like get in the career ladder. Because if you're just a junior or just started,
Oh, yeah.
your boss will tell you what to do and you can't really say no.
True,
You can
true,
maybe
true,
say,
true.
I don't think that's a good idea, but he will tell you to do it anyway, most likely.
Hopefully.
Yeah, and then you can always, I guess, refer to him. It's like I just, did what I was told from higher up.
True.
If you're higher up, I think you definitely have to consider it, to say no. Either to say, no, this is not the right way to do this, or no, what you're saying is not possible with the requests you make.
Exactly.
Like, for example, if they say, hey, we want to do batch inserting of data, but we need real-time data, you're like, oh, that's not how it works. That's not possible to do that. So
Makes sense.
you need to do a different approach like this, or we cannot do it at all. Or yeah, and you also have to like say no if there's technical limitations.
Yeah.
Like if they say, oh, we can only have the smallest AWS cluster, but we need like humongous compute power, it's like, okay, that doesn't work, and things like that. So I think no is one of the very important words that you need to learn. And the earlier you learn to say no, but with reason always,
Exactly. That's
um,
important. Be
the
reasonable.
better. Yes, just don't say no and don't explain it.
No. Goodbye.
In my opinion, the only time you can do that is if you have approved vacation or something, and
Oh
somebody
man.
asks you to shift it. Just say no, don't explain. But other than that, if there's something to do with like the job, say no and explain why you think it's a bad idea or why you don't think it's possible, and then hear what they say.
Yeah, totally agree. And to continue on the part which you said, it depends on your rank and where you are at the company, which totally makes sense, right? If you're a total beginner, of course you don't know all of that, so you can't say no and say no, I don't do that because I don't want or something, which is
Yeah.
so. I think it would be so stupid to say that. I had one case in one of my companies which I worked, and then the team lead said, "Yeah, can you do it like that?" And he just said, "No, I don't want to do that." And he got fired, of course. But I think one thing which also exists is like only because you started a job doesn't mean you are a junior, because you also can be a very advanced programmer. You just started in a company because, for example, you didn't work in a job before. You just had your own company, but people still don't see it as that valuable.
Yeah.
And you still can have a very good opinion about
Hmm.
specific topics if you have this experience before, right? And then be reasonable, like you said.
Yes, for sure. I think you should measure your rank not by your title, but like how much experience in the field that
Ah, I
is
love it.
given is.
I love it because you know what I always say, right? Don't limit yourself to a damn job title.
Yeah, because a job title doesn't matter. You can just put whatever you want on LinkedIn.
Oh man.
Like if you're a junior, a lot of yeah, if you're a junior, just don't put junior in front. Just put normal in
Yeah.
front. Nobody's gonna question it. Don't put lead or staff. Don't go over the board.
Nice.
But
Yeah, so thank you, Athissy, and say your last famous words, man.
sometimes a little lie helps in life.